We have an update on the Philadelphia Eagles fan who decided to berate, offend, and name-call a couple of Green Bay Packers fans as the two teams squared off over Wild Card Weekend in Philly. The man would call the woman on your screen, the Packers fan, ugly, label her a "see you next Tuesday," and admonish the pair, it seems, for even having the gall to be at the stadium. To our understanding, he was not alone.
First of all, I'm so sorry that he spoke to your fiance that way. That's totally unacceptable.
We would air this update from that Danesh guy on Instagram who was able to ID the man.
I would never go to an away game at a Philly stadium. The gentleman who was taking the video, you did the right thing, by the way. Anybody who tells you that a real man would have stepped up or hit him, that's absolutely untrue. A real man could control his impulses and his emotions and be able to calculate that it's not worth going to jail over this asshole. Hello, Ryan Caldwell. I see you're putting everything on private, but not fast enough, are you? It really upsets me the way that you chose to talk to that woman. You don't even know her. Is this how you speak to your wife? Is this how you speak to your mother? Actually, I got a better question. Is this how you speak to your daughter? To the person in the video, you did the right thing by not engaging with him physically, even though he's trying to provoke you into doing so. There was really two ways of handling that. Be able to control your emotions, control your impulses, have the foresight to know that it's not worth going to jail and getting sued by this asshole who's just trying to provoke you. Not worth letting him win and have all that over you and go to jail tonight. You are at a Philly stadium. Had you got into a brawl with him, he would have had the support of like 3 or 4 rows around you. So it is very good that you did not engage in that.
And hey, just a quick break in the action. You should go subscribe to my new show, The Strom Show. I'm going to be interviewing people from sports, music, journalists, authors, sports doctors. It's going to be fantastic. Please go subscribe. Thank you. We have an update, however. Derek Gunn, co-host of Bet Park's pre- and post-game shows, would tweet, "Big Dom has identified the guy and woman involved in this incident. The guy will be banned from future Eagles games. The Eagles will be sending the woman Packers gear as an apology. Eagles once again showing what a class organization they are." Now, being banned is something that I called for. I think the next step could be him being banned from every NFL stadium to send a message. Now, who is Big Dom? Per the Eagles' own website, prior to this last campaign, Dom DeSandro enters his 26th season with the Eagles. He serves as the senior advisor to the general manager / chief security officer / game day coaching operations. The bio would continue. DeSandro, who originally joined the team in '99, oversees all safety and security matters for players, coaches, and executives. He also directs security at the team's training complex, is responsible for security measures related to team travel and logistics, and provides education on the NFL's personal conduct policy via Essentially Sports. Big Dom has taken this bold step. The Eagles' chief security officer's decision got a warm response. People are praising Nick Sirianni and the org for taking firm steps. Absolutely. They should be praised for doing so. Now, as it pertains to Ryan Caldwell, he initially privated all of his social media before deleting them altogether, but it was not quick enough, as Danesh and others were on the case rather quickly. His employment, as of this moment, is still BCT Partners, which, according to the Post, is a DEI-focused management consulting firm which is based in East Brunswick, New Jersey. Their mission statement aims to harness the power of diversity, insights, and innovation to transform lives, accelerate equity, and create lasting change. That's according to the site. They would release a statement as well that an internal investigation is ongoing. That reads as follows. The management at BCT Partners has been made aware of a video circulating involving an employee making offensive remarks outside of the workplace. BCT Partners denounces this type of behavior, and we take this matter extremely seriously. As an organization that has always stood for inclusivity, the conduct displayed was completely unacceptable and stands in direct opposition to our company values. We've already began a full investigation as an internal personnel matter to determine what actions will be taken. We sincerely apologize to everyone affected by this behavior, and we remain committed to fostering a culture of respect for all. They did not name Caldwell. They also limited replies online.
And yeah, Ryan, I don't know how this is going to affect you moving forward, but the lesson here is it doesn't matter if someone likes a different sports team than you or wishes that your sports team does poorly, that doesn't justify that kind of behavior. Yeah, before I move on to who this guy is, let me quickly say this. The real man in this scenario is the guy who recorded this, is her husband, who didn't swing on this absolute jagaloon, who just sat with it. Because this dude is dressed in Phillies gear. He's dressed as a Packers fan. They're surrounded by drunk Philly fans. And quite frankly, if he had swung on him, all they would have seen was a Packers guy punching a Philly guy, and they would have dogpiled out of him. And this guy knows it. That's the only reason he thinks he has a set of balls here. Because he knows if anything pops off, he's got a bunch of strangers that have his back who don't know what he said and did. But we're going to make sure that everybody in his life does.
The man who uploaded the video, though, Alexander Bissara, would write on Twitter what it's like going to Philly just trying to root for your team. Unprovoked, uncalled for. Packers Twitter helped me find this guy. It's not okay. I hate that my fiance had this happen simply cheering for her team. He would add this. It was a tough sitch, surrounded by hostile people, including two of his buddies, one being his brother. If I got physical there was no good ending. I agree with that. As I said yesterday, the optics, very bad. A Packers fan swings on a few Eagles fans. The mass majority of Eagles fans in that stadium, or it could be any stadium, would jump in. Because, again, as I said yesterday, sports fans are super tribal, and it's something that we need to break. He was doing this stuff all game, wrote Bissara. I only caught him on my body cam this time. Was the third time he said that to her. And I'm not joking, we never provoked him at all. Just as a nice reminder, by the way, each day on Twitter there is one main character. The goal is to never be it. I wish there were some in sports and even outside of sports that understood it. I'm going to end with this. I understand that we are an imperfect species, all right? But considering the day and age that we live in, and knowing how people love to crack the case of, hey, who is this person? And you are up in the nosebleeds, continuing to go after a couple. And what's most glaring of all is you see that camera pointed at you, and you still berate her, demean her, call her a see you next Tuesday. I got to be honest, how few brain cells do you have to continue going about your business thinking that nothing's going to happen? And the only way that nothing would happen is if you're a cop. But you're not. So here we are. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.